The story, How the Camel Got His Hump, is a story from Rudyard Kipling's collection called Just So Stories. The story is set in Arabia when the world was new and camels did not have humps. It is an interesting story about how camel has developed a hump. In the story, Rudyard Kipling brings out the theme of laziness effectively. The main idea here is to make the readers understand the importance of hard work. Laziness will not lead us to success. In fact, by avoiding work, we will end up piling a lot more than we can do. The story began in the past when our world had just formed. In those days, animals had just started to work for humans. There was a camel that lived in the middle of a desert. The camel was so lazy that whenever anybody spoke to him, all he would say was hump. He was not interested in doing any work. Even if he was asked, his only reply was hump. But there were other animals who worked hard for humans. On Monday morning, a horse approached with a saddle on his back and asked him to trot like the rest of them. The camel said, hump. The horse went away and told the man all about it. Then came a dog with a stick in his mouth. He asked him to come along to do some work. The camel again said, hump. The dog left. Thereafter came an ox with a yoke on his neck and asked to plow like him. The camel replied, hump. The ox reported the man about this. At the end of the day, they all complained to the man, but the man asked them to work double time to make up. This annoyed the three and they held a panchayat, that is, a meeting on the edge of the desert. The camel listened to them but ignored them and left. Then appeared the jinn who were in charge of all the deserts. They put forward their complaints before the jinn. The jinn promised to look into the matter and teach the camel a lesson. The jinn wrapped himself in his death cloak and went into the desert to find the camel. Jinn found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. The jinn told him that his laziness has led to the other animals working overtime, which was not fair. Yet again, the camel said hump with all the indifference. The camel's attitude annoyed the jinn. When the camel was seeing his reflection in water, his back suddenly grew up a lump. Jinn explained to him that the camel had been in a state of denial when he was asked to work since Monday. Now he got punishment for his wrongdoings. He got a hump. The jinn told him that the hump was a result of spending 3 days without doing any work. With the hump on his back, the camel could now work for days without eating. Now the camel came out of the desert and started working. But the camel still has not learned how to behave. And his 3 days extra work is still pending. And that is how the camel got his hump.